Hello everyone, today we are going to start with session number 12 for Solidedge. So today we are going to cover pattern command. So to start with, you can see here in this tab in the above ribbon, this option is given, that is pattern. So there are different ways of pattern. We are going to see the regular pattern command first. So to start with, I have made one plate, and on this plate I have drawn two features, that is this shaft and this rectangular block on the shaft. Means there are two protrusions or two extrudes over the plate. So to start with, I'll select the pattern tab here. Now we just need to follow the prompt bar. It is asking us to click on a feature. So here I'm going to select the features, this one shaft and this rectangular block. Next we are going to say OK, and after selecting feature it will ask you click on a planar face or a reference plane. Means we have to click on a face on which we want to create the patterns. So I'm going to click on this face, the above face of the plate. As soon as you click on this face, you can see the above ribbon. We have changed the interface and we are in sketching mode now. So in sketching mode, we will select the type of pattern, that is rectangular pattern. You just need to select the center point of the feature you want to pattern, and you need to drag and make a reference for the rectangular path, then click on the face. So from one corner to another corner, this is the reference path. Here on the side toolbar, we can see the different types of options given for the linear pattern. So here this option is fit option, in which we have to provide x and y values and overall width and overall height of the pattern. So we are not providing center to center distance of each part in this type. So for that we don't refer it much. Next type is fill command. So in fill, we are going to provide center to center distance, and along that we are going to provide overall width and overall height of the pattern. Here also we are not providing the number of entities. According to width and height, the number of entities will by default get defined. So in this way also you can do pattern, but usually the third type is mostly preferred, in which we are going to provide number of entities in x and y direction, as well as we are going to provide the center to center distance. Mostly we don't need width and height for the patterns. That's why this option is most preferable one. So now we are going to provide the numbers in x direction. I will say it 4, and in y direction also I'm going to go for the 4 options. Then we need to provide the center to center distance. I'll take center to center distance as 55 mm in x direction, and center to center distance in y direction, means in vertical direction. Here I am going to take it as 50 mm. If you want to change the value, again you can change the value here. I'll take 48. So these dots are representing the number of entities which are going to be patterned here. So you can see here in x direction there are total 4 entities. So the 4 entities are first, second, third and the last one. And in y direction there are total 4 entities, that is first, second, third and the last one. You just need to say close sketch now, and you can see this pattern has been created here. You just need to say finish for ending the command. We will provide the appearances for the features now. Say part painter, and here we are going to select feature, and in feature we are going to select this protrusion number 2 and 3. So here I want the color to be taken as steel red. Also we are going to select these patterns here, then close. And for the plate appearance also same way, just go to part painter, select the feature and select this plate feature here. Here we are going to provide the appearance as white one. Whatever appearance you need, you can go here and add. So I'll take chrome here, and the chrome has been applied. Say close sketch. For plate also, select the part painter, go to feature, select the feature for the plate, and here I will take the chrome appearance or gold appearance. That appearance will be applied here. You can see here that particular appearance has been applied. If you want to hide the UCS also, we can hide the UCS here. So in this way you can make pattern here, rectangular pattern. Suppose if you want to edit the number of features in x and y direction, or edit the feature here, then you can go for the pattern command again and just say edit definition. After editing, you just need to say draw profile step option. Just need to click on this option here. After clicking, you can see we are in editing mode. The ribbon is been changed to sketching mode here. Now for getting the pattern feature options again, you just need to select on this option, that is select all. As soon as you select or click on this option, the pattern feature all options will appear again. So if you want to edit them, you can again edit here. In X direction, I'll say 50 mm only now, and I'll increase the number here. I'll say 5 entities. So instead of 50, I'm going to take 40 here. So in X direction, the features are been adjusted to number of entities as 5 and center to center distance as 40. Same way in Y direction also. If I want to change the distance, I'll say 40, and number of entities, I'll say 5. We'll adjust it little bit more. I'll say 37 only or 36, and then say close sketch again. Again it will get updated here. Say finish. Now suppose I want to change this mode of pattern into staggered mode, that is alternate or diamond pattern shape. Then we can select the pattern command again, say edit feature, go to draw profile step, and you can see the above ribbon will change to sketching mode. After that you are going to select all option here so as to appear all the options for editing. Here I am going to select stagger option, and in stagger I am going to say row option. So now these rows will be staggered, and the staggered ratio will be half of the offset including the last column. If you want to change the stagger distance, you can see here 6.67. I'll say it's 7 mm. It will take by default only according to the distances, but if you want to change, you can change it here and say close here. So you can see all the rows are been staggered here. If I want to go for the option that is for columns, staggering the columns, again draw step profile, select options. In stagger I am going to say stagger by half of the offset instead of taking the value, and instead of row I am going to say column. So now the offset will be half of the total distance in between. I'll say OK. Next say close sketch, and you can see alternate options are being shown. It is kind of pattern which is known as diamond pattern. Say finish. The pattern is being altered in a staggering positions. Now we will see while patterning the part or features how to skip the features in between. So I have deleted the earlier pattern and now repeating the pattern command. Go to pattern command, select the required feature. I'll select both the features here. Say OK. Then just click on this face and you can see the above ribbon will change to sketcher mode. After changing the ribbon, as soon as you show the face on which you want to pattern, just go to this option that is pattern, rectangular form, select the center of the features to be patterned and draw one profile of rectangle shape. Here you will get the parameters option. Here we can put up the parameters. So I'm going to select fixed only this time also. X direction and Y direction we have shown the values also here. Now you can directly go to this option that is suppress occurrence. In suppress occurrence, I can suppress the feature by clicking on these points. You just need to click on the points and the features will be suppressed. Again, if I want to suppress the feature, select all tab, we'll get this option. So I have suppressed these 4 entities in between. Just say close sketch. And you can see here, pattern is coming, but in between the features, these 4 entities for the pattern are being suppressed. But you can see in between entities, these 4 entities in between are being suppressed. Just say finish. And the pattern is completed. But the thing here to be noticed is, if I again go to edit feature and try to suppress the other parts also here, by clicking on this draw step profile and then selecting this option that is select all, you will get the other options also again repeated. And here if I go for the suppress option again, this suppress occurrence option is been freezed here. Means we cannot use it by editing. At a time when you are firstly applying the pattern, at that time only you can apply the suppress occurrence. If I go for the editing option for the pattern and then try to suppress the occurrence, then the suppression will not occur as this operation will be shown freezed here. So this was pattern, linear pattern. Say close sketch, say finish. So the next type of pattern we are going to see here is circular pattern in 3D. So to start with, I have made one part here. So this is the reference for the part I have taken. So it is kind of a part in which we have to show this helical teeth here. I have made the profile, or else we can say half of the body I have made earlier only. We just need to make teeth. First we'll cut one teeth here and then we are going to pattern this teeth in a 3D pattern manner. So we'll start with sketching this profile for the teeth. So here the teeth size it is given, the depth is 8 mm. This angle for the vertical 8 mm line is given 18 degrees and the other line the angle is given here is 70 degrees. So we are going to make this profile first and then cut the first teeth for the profile. So to start with I am going to go for this extrude command. Select the required face on which you want to make the sketch first. Then we'll refer this line. I'll make this vertical line. Again we are going to make one more line here. That will be 18 degrees incline. You can see here this vertical line and this 18 degrees incline line I have made from the center. So I'll say this line as construction lines, both the lines. Then we'll provide the dimension of the angle. Here the angle we need is 18 degrees. And now we'll make one 8 mm line overlapping this 18 degrees line. So for that I'm going to select the line command again. Just click on this line and make one overlapping line with the length of 8 mm. While I want incline length or align length, so I'll say by 2 points option, it will allow us to take align length. I'll say it 8 mm. So here one 8 mm line also has been made. Next line we are going to create, that is of inclination with 70 degrees with the reference of this 8 mm line. We can see here this is the 8 mm line and the other line it is inclined by 70 degrees. This is the 8 mm line. So here again we are going to provide the angle first. Select both the lines and then provide the angle. I'll say it's 70 degrees. Next we are going to trim the extra line. For that we need to convert or project this edge here. So here I'll say project entities and select the required edge to be projected. I'll say single wireframe selection and select the edge. Now this edge has been converted into the sketch. I'll trim this extra line over here. And now you can see this complete profile has been made. We'll trim the extra profile over here which was projected. So now we have this line, the other line and this arc. We'll also trim this arc here. We want only a close profile of 3 entities, 1 arc and 2 lines. So here we have the close portion. We just need to say close sketch and cut the part here. So I'll drag it at the bottom side. If I drag it on the upper side, it may get extruded sometimes. So I'll drag it on the bottom side. Say finish and cancel. Now as one cut has been made, we are going to go or refer the circular pattern. For that we need to count the teeth here. So at one side we are having first, second, third, fourth, fifth and the 5 others. Means we are having 10 teeth on the one side and 10 teeth on other sides. So there the total amount of teeth is 20. So then we are going to select pattern command, say pattern, and we will select the feature from the model tree. Also you can give the selection. I'll say this cut extrude. Say OK. Then we need to select the face on which we need to provide the pattern. Next we are going to go for the circular pattern option. Select the center of the part and then select any point of this cutout. Then you just need to show the direction and then we need to put the count we require here. So I'll say it 20 count and then put up direction also. We just need to click at any side. Next we are going to say close sketch. And now you can see these teeth are being patterned here. Say finish pattern and this part has been completed. To apply appearance again we'll go for view painter, part painter and then select the feature. I'll select the body only here this time and then select the required appearance color. So I'll select this yellow color here. Click on the part. Instead of dull I'll say simple yellow color only and then say close. So appearance has also been applied here, you can see here. Again if I want to edit or repeat this pattern, I'll delete this pattern command here. Again we'll repeat the pattern here. Say home, go for pattern command, select pattern, select the feature you want to pattern, say OK. Then need to select the face on which you contain the pattern. Then say circular pattern, select the reference of the center of the body, and then you can click at any point of the feature which you want to pattern. I'll click on this point this time. Just show the number of entities you require or count you require here. If I want this pattern to be contained in a partial circle, we can go for that option also. We'll see it later. You just need to say the direction and click at any one side. Say close sketch, and this pattern is completed here. Now if I want to make this pattern entities number 10 only, and I want this pattern to be coming in partial circle only, then we need to go and edit feature again. Say edit definition. You need to click on this draw profile step option so as to edit. And for again making the options visible for pattern, you just need to select this option, that is select all. So the previous options are upcoming here again. We will say partial circle, and this time I'll say the count as 10 only. And if I'll say partial circle, we need to select the angle for swap. So this time I'm going to select the angle as 180 only. You can see here these teeth are coming at partial portion only, that is still 180 degrees only. The other side the teeth will not appear. All the 10 teeth count will appear on one side only. Say it close sketch. And one more thing, these teeth are coming on the right side. If I want to change or flip the direction of the teeth, then this command will not work here. I have seen earlier this command will not work. Instead of that, if you want to make this teeth on the other side, you just need to go for the pattern again, and at that time you need to make this cutout at the lower portion, so then it will appear on the other side. Say close sketch, and you can see the partial pattern is been made. Say finish. So in this way you can make the patterns. Again, if I want to edit, say edit definition, go to this draw profile step, select all feature, and say complete circle, full circle. Say number of entities as 20. You just need to show the center and reference point of the feature in one direction. Say close sketch. Again we will get the circular pattern in 360 degrees. So this was circular pattern command. For that we have made this model only here. We'll see the next types also. So now the next type of pattern we are going to see here is along the curve. So for along the curve, I have made one profile here. You can see this profile will act as a curve here. We have to make one feature at the end of this curve, and that feature will be patterned along the curve. So to make that feature, I am going to select extrude here. Just need to select the face. We'll make the profile. So I'll draw it on this profile. I'll make circle. So at this end point, I'm going to make one circle. Diameter for circle, I'll take it as 5 mm. Say don't show again this message and say OK. As soon as we say close sketch, extrusion will occur here. We will extrude it here till distance of, suppose I want 25 mm. Say finish and cancel. Now I want to change the color of this feature, that is protrusion 4. I want to change the color for this particular feature only. Again view, part painter. I'll select the option for the selection as feature, and color we are going to apply here is silver. Select the part. Now we want this feature to be patterned along the curve. For that, say home, select the type of pattern you require. It will ask you to select the feature. Select the feature required, say OK. Next you need to select the pattern curve. So I'm going to select this pattern curve here. After selection, say OK. Next it will ask you the anchor point. So I'm going to select this as an anchor point, and we need to show the direction also, on which direction we want to pattern. So at whatever direction the curve will come, that will be our direction. So it is coming on the upper side. I'll say OK, and suppose if I want offset distance to be given, I'll say it 5 mm. So then this pattern will not start from this orange point. It will start from this symbol here, this X symbol in black color, taking offset from the starting point. If you require offset, then you can go for the offset also. I'll say count as 9 and spacing as 20. So here each entity will have the spacing as 20 mm and count as 9. As the condition we have taken here is fixed condition, in which we can put both the parameters, that is number of count, number of entities we can say, and spacing between each entity. Instead of that, we can also go for this option, that is fit. but there is restriction in fit. You can only give the number of count. We cannot decide the spacing here. So if you want to put in that way also, you can go for that fit. The other one is fill. In this method only spacing will be adjusted, number of count will be freezed according to whatever the spacing is coming. So all the three options are available. I'll say fit only, and I'll say 10 entities. Count I will say 10. Then next we are going to select the curve position or adjustment for the position of the feature. For that there are multiple options are given, such as simple. So you can see all the curve positions are coming in a simple way. The orientations will come in such a way. If I want to change, I will go for follow curve. It will be on the curve. Again, if I want to change, I'll say follow curve chord. You can see next option is given here is follow chord only, but in subtype I'll say feature position. So here you can see this adjustments also you can make here. I'll say curve position only as earlier. So in this we will select follow curve only option. That will be better for us. Preview, and this pattern is been made. You can see here, say finish, and you can see this feature has been patterned along the curve. Again we will repeat this command. We have the feature, we have the path. Select for the pattern, say along curve, select the feature required, say OK. Next select the curve, say OK. Then we have to select the anchor point, show the direction and say OK. If you want to put offset to start the feature, you can put up the offset value. Next we are going to put the pattern type. I'll say fixed this time. So in fixed we can put both the things, that is number of count and spacing. So I'll say number of count as 12 this time. Next, if you want to change the reference point, there is option been given. This time it is showing the reference point at this black mark only. If you want to suppress any component, you can go for the suppress option also here. So I want to suppress these two components as they are coming out of the part. Next we will say preview, and the pattern will be completed along the curve. We'll change the appearance for this feature also. Say part painter. We need to select the type as feature. Then we'll say color. I'll say silver only this time. Select the required feature and say close. So in this way you can make the parts pattern along the curve. So these were the different types of pattern we have seen in this lecture. The session was lecture number 12. We'll continue with the further commands and features in next session. Please follow the playlist to learn the Solidedge software. Till then, thank you.